From the beginning, you got the sense of community because the use of live music and that live dance, getting imagery of the crops, getting to see the people in the community up close, you understand how connected they all are, which is why when you bring in the colonizers of corn, I don't want to say the word on the screen, but when you bring that in, you really understand what's being taken away. And you even notice the rhythm that the musicians were playing is what these new corn colonizer tap dancers then take over. So it's more than just one thing. They now have the rhythm too. And that kind of comes into play a little bit later when they're all playing together. They're still sending the original people away over time. So you really can read that sense of community and that erased sense of community throughout the piece. Visually speaking, my absolute favorite shot was the purple skirt just swirling in the field. That was stunning.
Ghostly Labor made really good use of its setting to represent its themes, and this was further strengthened not only by the choice of music for the film, the type of music being played, but how that music was presented. This is not just a dance film, this is a performance film, in more ways than one. The music is all diegetic. You have people performing the music on instruments live in the film, and then also people dancing to it, and then that's intercut with small, interview segments or short monologues from people to kind of reinforce the story, the ideas, the themes of the film that the filmmakers are trying to put forth. All of this works together to emphasize the themes of culture and the themes of work and labor and community and things like that that are all present in the film and all being served by the performance and the way the performance is presented.
The music is obviously great and the performances are great, but it's interesting because you don't necessarily need to know what they're saying in terms of the lyrics to feel the emotions they're trying to project onto you. And before you even see the farm workers show up in the film, you get the sense that the setting is a reflection of trying to give these particular people dignity. And the very tactile and hands-on use of both the instruments in terms of the drums, and I don't know the name of the particular instruments, but most of them have to require you to use your hands, and the performance requires you to use your feet. So these are all things that are very manual, and I think thematically reflect the people that they're trying to highlight in this particular story. And I feel like immigrants and farm workers in particular, these people that work in this space, don't necessarily get an amount of dignity that they probably deserve. And this piece is trying to humanize them and sort of reflect both the culture and the hard work it takes to be this type of person.
I thought the most powerful part of this film was when the woman was talking about how they just want to be recognized for the work that they do and what they bring to America. They just want to be seen. And I thought that was very powerful because to not feel like you're seen, to not even feel like you're appreciated in any way is horrible. And that's what these people feel when clearly with this dance, you see how amazingly talented and vibrant this group of people is and how much rich culture they have that America just ignores in favor of the work that they give us. All we care about or seemingly care about is the food that we get from that work, and we don't recognize these people. And I think that this film really does a great job of showing how beautiful that this culture and this group of people is, with them using percussion and their voices and dancing all out in this beautiful field where they've worked for decades and decades. And it also does a great job of bringing awareness to the problem of really, really strict border control and how these farm workers are slowly disappearing from America.
First of all, they're making a societal statement. They're making a statement about a class and economy, about immigrants and laborers, and it's a political statement, and they're doing it through art, through filmmaking, through music, and through dance and through song, and each one of these, you know, this piece encompasses so much, you know, and also through documentary, you know, this piece encompasses so many art forms, you know. First of all, I love the music and I love the dance. Everything is expressed so wonderfully. I love that it's all percussion, but with percussion instruments and also with the feet, with the tapping. That creates the music. And then we have that wonderful singer at the beginning. She did a wonderful job too. She sounded beautiful, and the group singing along with her. So the music was great, and it was very, very, very unique. It was all percussion and voice, and incorporated the dance itself as part of the music. The dancers were astounding. It's just wonderful, and I love the whole concept of them dancing in the middle of the field. We had platforms set up in the middle of the field, and I'm wondering, like, I guess they must put the mics under there. I wonder how they did that. But anyways, yeah, that it looked beautiful. They're on these islands in the middle of this vast field, tapping the way they are. And then it was also striking at the point where we had the dancers that were on the soft, on the soft green dancing. They had the percussion instruments in their hands expressing with. At the end, it was very moving to see the dancers on the platforms and with the percussion instruments. And you have the one rise up, and it just ends with everybody, doing the percussion instruments in their hands together. They're like, we made our statement, we're done.
I absolutely loved how they blended their music and their kind of culture in with being on the farms and being on the location. I thought was such a good choice and such an interesting choice. Putting them in that environment, I thought was inspired and amazing. And then getting to hear a little bit, just a couple of snippets here and there with interviews and learning more about farmers and the workers and how hard it is and all of these different kind of facets and aspects that I think on a day-to-day basis most people don't think about or most people take for granted because you go to the grocery store and the food's there. And blending that in with all of this music and all of this culture and all of this dance and having these different aspects of it. It wasn't just one thing or one type. It was building and adding and layering in and in and in. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was filmed beautifully.
It was really just a treat to hear them and listen to their performance and see it. Something I would have otherwise never experienced or known about. So I really enjoyed it.